it's now with great pleasure that I want to introduce our first speakers to take the stage and welcome you to Namibia. So Nangula Uaandja is the CEO of the Namibia Investment Promotion and Development Board, or NIPDB, and Bisey Uirab is the CEO of Namibia Airports Company, and they will join me on stage to provide their opening remarks. So if you can please welcome them to the stage.
Beautiful. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Have you had a cup of tea or coffee this morning? Are you excited to be in Namibia? And I think, like it was said there, it's exciting to see that the larger percentage, it's people that are coming to Namibia for the first time. Of course, we would have wanted more people to have seen Namibia now, but if we have got many people that are visiting us for the first time, that is definitely what we would like to see. And then I just want to quickly, by a show of hands, for those that are coming here for the first time, how many of you will return? Excellent, 100% of the people. So 100% of the people that are coming for the first time will come for a longer visit, or they will stay for even a longer visit after this event. Thank you very much and welcome. I know that I have got 2-3 minutes to say a few words, but with that one, of course, we have got our Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Mutorwa. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, and we look forward, of course, to having you. So let me make sure that I understand that there is a lot of protocol, but with a given time that we have, let me say a few words. Agenda 2063, that is the Africa Agenda, and it is something that our African leaders came up with in the year 2013, if I'm not mistaken, crafting the Africa that we want. And saying in 50 years from 2013, which is about 2063, we should see a certain Africa that has got specified attributes, that has achieved certain objectives. That agenda sets out very clear and concise objectives and goals of where we want to reach as a continent and as a people. The leaders acknowledge that in order to fulfill our potentials as a continent, we need each other. They acknowledge the very quoted, most frequently quoted African proverb that says, if we want to go far, we must go together. And therefore, if us as Africans, as a continent, we want to go far, then we need to go together. And therefore, we need to make sure that if we are to realize our dreams, if we are to make sure that our children are no longer crossing borders to go and find greener pastures everywhere else, they need to find the greener pastures in Africa. We need to work together to make sure that the resources of Africa are working for our people. With that comes an unwavering determination to realize those dreams. And there is awareness that there are quite a number of challenges and constraints and obstacles that need to be overcome. Some of those ones, of course, is about the free movement of people and goods. We need to be connected. They say in Africa, we are the continent that trades less amongst each other, and we are actually the continent that probably do not enjoy our own culture. So there are more people that are enjoying African goods, African cultures, and so on, than we as Africans are enjoying among ourselves. And yes, we want to share our culture, our traditions, our goods and services with the whole world, but just imagine what we can achieve if we are also sharing it with each other. In order to realize our goals, there are certain instruments that were put in place. And one such instrument is the Single Africa Air Transport Market. And of course, that one supplements the Yamoussoukro agreement that was signed by the airline companies. And it is therefore important to make sure that those dreams, those aspirations, they need to come to reality. We cannot continue to dream forever. And if they need to be realized, then we need you and I to come together and say, okay, what is the first step, the next step, and so forth. And I know you have been taking these steps for over many years, and this is one of those steps that we need to take and have conversations. We need to make sure that we bring together the owners of capital, the owners of ideas, the owners of talent, the owners of influence, the owners of access, everybody who's got something to come together and say, what does that mean for Africa? What does it mean for our children? What does it mean for our future? Which then, of course, brings us to today. So I would like to appreciate the bench, John and the team. And yes, we are co-hosting another event next week. So thank you for choosing Namibia as your preferred destination for this event this year. And Bisey, thank you very much for your bold leadership in making sure that you are partnering with the bench to bring this event here. Thank you very much to everybody that has made the journey here. We are welcoming you to Namibia, and we look forward to collaborating with you to make this successful, not only for Namibia, of course, but for Africa and for our children. Thank you.
Thank you, Nangula. I want to acknowledge the presence of our Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister who is responsible for works and transport in Namibia. And of course, your presence as esteemed delegates to this wonderful conference. 18 months ago, I proudly stood in this very forum where we launched our Aviation and Connectivity Forum. And during that forum, we had developed ambitious list of deliverables relating to aviation community in this beautiful land of ours. However, I did not foresee that we would be able to attract AviaDev to Namibia in such a short space to make sure that we have got these beautiful people visiting our country. Therefore, I really want to express my appreciation to John and his team to have chosen Namibia and the Namibia Airports Company to host the AviaDev of this year here in Windhoek. We are indeed committed, together with our partners, to make sure that this event is a huge success and that you, our distinguished guests, leave our country with pleasant and unforgettable memories and experience after this conference. This event promises an unparalleled platform for aviation and tourism industry leaders to converge and drive transformative initiatives. Through these platforms, Namibia is set to diversify its tourism offerings, raise capital for key projects, enhance sustainability, and elevate customer service, all in a bid to cement our status as a top African destination for tourism, leisure, and adventure. We look forward to industry leaders discussing and sharing great ideas and coming up with innovative ideas to develop our aviation industry. Namibia, as you have seen in the videos, is a major tourist destination, and air travel is primary way for tourists to get to our country. Therefore, strong air connections are therefore essential for bringing visitors in, who then spend money on accommodation, food, souvenirs, and other amenities. This would obviously boost Namibia's economy. Well-maintained airports with good connections and facilities are critical to ensure that we have got business travelers coming to our country. I'm optimistic and convinced that this Congress will inject a renewed and strengthened commitment to implementing strategies for making aviation sector a powerful source of managing our people's social and economic development efforts in Namibia and indeed in Africa. And as with SADAM concept, this meeting promises increased growth for the intra-Africa market, which based on the economic and financial considerations would be extremely beneficial to the African continent. It is also vital to note that a strong aviation business can only be attained with a safe and secure air transportation system, as this industry is dependent on passengers' trust in air travel. This aviation sector is an ecosystem that works well when all stakeholders get together. Therefore, It is for this reason that we at the Namibia Airports Company have engaged with all relevant Namibian stakeholders to kickstart the Namibia Air Connect program. And I'm very happy to share with you that in a short space of the existence of this program, we have been able to engage with many regional and international airlines, many of them who are present here today. Your response to our invitation has been great, it has been phenomenal, and I look forward to welcoming new routes connecting into Windhoek from all over the world. Therefore, colleagues, with great pleasure, I wish to welcome you this morning to celebrate the commencement of AviaDev 2024. This indeed marks a momentous occasion, not only for the Namibian aviation industry, but for the region as a whole. I urge you to make most of this opportunity to learn and collaborate for the betterment of our aviation industry and the development of the African continent. I invite you to experience the unique blend of our cultures, the warmth of our people, and the natural wonders that make Namibia a truly worthy destination. I want you to enjoy our beautiful clean city of Windhoek, enjoy our stable and functional country, and discover why our land of the brave is undeniably one of Africa's hidden gems. And I thank you.